All right, what is up, guys? My name is Mitchell. Welcome back to MD3. Today we are going to be talking about the new film Smile, released by Paramount Pictures. I got the opportunity to see this last night, and I need to talk about it because, my gosh, there's a lot to talk about with this film. Let's start off with the fact that I was not looking forward to seeing this. I looked at the trailers and thought it looked like a cheap teenage oriented horror film, something like Blumhouse would put out. It actually looked identical to the Truth or Dare movie that came out a few years ago that was just awful. That film involved creepy smiles too. I think smiles in and of itself don't creep me out. Then again, I'm not creeped out by most things that people find scary. When it came out, I did not understand why people thought that was so scary. I'm not a clown. I'm not afraid of clowns or anything like that. So I went into this film like basically blind, hoping against hope that there was some aspect of it that was good. And honestly, wasn't half bad. Now, that doesn't mean it's a masterpiece. It's nowhere close. There's a lot of problems with it, mainly the fact that all the characters are so thinly written that you do not care about any of them. Even the main protagonist therapist lady, I forget her name, I think it was Rose, but I mean, like, she was just very poorly written. I did not care about anything that happened to her character, honestly, and it made it hard to kind of engage with the film. I did think the opening scene was very intriguing, but it kind of works better as a short film in and of itself, which is actually what this film is based on. The director actually made this film after a short film that he made a few years prior, and you can honestly tell because this film is stretched so thin. They make a random plot out of nothing, and it's honestly about 30 minutes too long in my opinion. It goes on and on with no end in sight, and you're just kind of sitting there like, okay, we get it. Smiles are creepy. Let's get to the ending, and it's just nowhere close. The script honestly does divert itself in a positive way. It's not the generic horror movie stuff where it's like thinly written lines and like cliches. It actually does a good job separating itself, and there's honestly an underlying message of trauma in this film that's actually very well explored, and you don't find in many horror movies nowadays. I thought that was a nice touch. All in all, there's a lot of negatives with it, but it was not bad. Now let's get on to the negatives. For starters, I mentioned that it was a little too long, 30 minutes in my opinion. Yeah, you feel those 30 minutes, not a big deal, but then again, like, I don't know, go to the bathroom, get more snacks or something during that time. You won't miss anything much. It's just run-of-the-mill horror movie information. Honestly, the film actually works best, in my opinion, when it focuses on being a detective story, because there's two aspects to this film. One, it focuses on being a horror film with a lot of jump scares throughout, and two, the other half of the film is dedicated to being a detective story, figuring out what's going on. And I honestly enjoyed the detective story aspects more than I did the horror movie aspects. Not to say that this film doesn't exceed at being a horror movie, because it does. It uses jump scares effectively throughout the film by using unique sound editing and design in order to make the audience scared of like run-of-the-mill noises like a telephone ringing and like a door opening. You jump at those sounds because they're so well done. The editing of it of itself is very good. Like the transitions between shots and the cinematography in general is very good. The shots and the composition is very, very good for a film like this. I was very impressed by that. I'm going to talk about the visual effects. I'm going to not talk about spoilers because, I mean, you can't avoid them when talking about visual effects because all the visual effects happen at the end during a very spoilery scene. But let's just say that they were not very good whatsoever. I have seen better. There's about 2 jump scares in this thing that actually got me and made me like literally jump out of my seat. One of them was already revealed in the trailer, which is kind of unfortunate. I kind of wish they had like waited to reveal that until the movie because it would have been so good. But the other one got me as well, and I wasn't expecting it whatsoever. It was like, yeah. All in all, this film is very, very good. It's very scary. If that's what you're looking for in this film, congratulations, you found a scary movie. It also leans into kind of disturbing territory. The ending itself was very, very weird and messed up, and yeah, some stuff goes down, and I cannot talk about that right now, but yeah, you'll know it when you see it. All in all, if you're looking for a good scary movie to watch with your friends and just have a good time screaming and laughing with an audience, this is the film to do that. If you're expecting a masterpiece, no. I would honestly equate it to, it is like Truth or Dare in that there's a lot of smiling and like kind of this overlying theme of like a game going on, but it's also like Truth or Dare blended with It Follows, which is honestly a dope premise, and the film never reaches the height that It Follows did, but it gets its own unique spin on it. So anyway, that was my review of Smile. I'm giving Smile a 6 out of 10. I'm probably being too generous, but you know what? I don't care. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, please subscribe, leave a like, comment down below what movies you think I should check out. Until next time, this is Mitchell signing off. Peace out.